Bill Anderson, you're chasing a carousel. Did you get a hold of the brass ring?
I don't know what that means.
I know, but I say things that somebody might get.
I get it.
Thank you. Go ahead. Come on.
I did. I got it. The Carousel at Casino Pier has handcrafted animals. It's got a Wurlitzer organ. Some people say it's a spinning piece of art. It also survived the Seaside Fire. It survived Hurricane Sandy. So some people say that it's a piece of history. Now, people like to preserve history, but sometimes they like to sell art. And that's where the conflict arises. I went down to Seaside to find out why the owners of this carousel that they've owned for 82 years have finally decided that they want to sell it.
Following the tragedies of Hurricane Sandy and then the fire that hit this boardwalk shortly after that, the family that owns the carousel decided that maybe it's time to part with it.
The residents down there are outraged and they're upset. They say that it's a piece of history, so Facebook pages and petitions have gotten thousands of signatures from people who want to save this carousel. The carousel is scheduled for auction later this year, and the auction house says it's worth significantly more than the $3 million they hope that it will get at auction. Residents are hopeful that one person will buy it and keep it intact, but if not, they're going to break it down and sell each of the individual pieces. They've even asked Governor Christie to consider buying it, labeling it as a New Jersey landmark. So clearly people love the carousel, but will one person step up with about $3 million to save it and keep it down there?
You probably know my opinion on whether or not the state should step in. I think there are better ways to spend $3 million.
I actually disagree with you, Bill. I think the state should make an effort to preserve this carousel because it's a symbol of hope. It went through the same journey as the people of Seaside.
Wait.
It survived Hurricane Sandy, which they did.
Okay.
It survived the massive fire on the boardwalk, which they did also.
Right.
So it's a symbol of hope. So if the state does have funds for historical preservation, this would be the ultimate symbol.
How many people in Seaside, though, still are not back in their homes? I can't even wrap my head around the fact that there would be any consideration whatsoever given to a carousel to preserve that versus somebody that still can't get in their home today.
The state does have a precedent for investing in historical preservation.
As you're the first one to say, the free market dictates the value of something. People pay big money for these particular horses. They'll easily get their money's worth if they choose to sell it.
Look at the outpouring of people who care about that carousel.
Let them pony up some money.